Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We have reached the weekend here. We are still busy with the Sicilian defense, so try and ignore the blinding light coming from outside. But thankfully, I'm recording in sunshine. When I recorded a lot of the videos for the week, it was pouring with rain. So, sunshine, I'm going for a hike later. Completely irrelevant to the video, but I hope you enjoy a wonderful weekend, and I hope you're going to enjoy this video. We're talking about the Scheveningen variation of the Sicilian defense, and it looks like this. This is the position that you get when it's officially called the Scheveningen. Just a look at how we got you. It's e4, once again, c5, the Sicilian defense. We've seen this all throughout the week. We'll see it again once more today, and then in my game tomorrow. Knight to f3, e6, not d6, as a lot of what we've looked at has gone. It's e6 instead. d4 takes, open Sicilian. We've seen this. Knight to f6, knight to c3, and now d6. Why do people play this setup? Well, because it's very flexible for black. It kind of takes out a bit more of the aggressiveness, shall I say. You've still got the same attacking plans. You've got an open c5. The queen can come out. Sorry, just like had a bit of an air bubble there. But the bishop can go there where it's a bit more passive. You don't need to fianchetto. The light squared bishop is blocked, but you can take your time developing it. So, part of the allure of this opening is its flexibility, because I'm looking now in the database, when I was analyzing it before, there's like 3 or so main moves here, and the predominant one is played like 30% of the time. It's not like, oh, there's this cutting edge open theory where 85% of the games go here and everything else is bad. There's no really bad moves here. So what are the moves that you can play here? Well, white can decide, I want to fight you straight away, and all the kind of conservativeness and spice goes completely out the window because we play g4. You can play g4, where black responds h6. Now you have to play like this, and then you've got a couple moves here, but h4. Yeah, white just does this completely. What have we known about white in the Sicilian? They go this way. Well, now they're doing it. No castling the king, not even developing pieces. Just gonna play g4. Now, as black, you've got time to develop a knight. So knight to c6. White has to take a pause and play rook g1. Now we can get h5. And now you have... h5 is not a good move, sorry. h5 is not a good move. You've got one move here that kind of really holds. You've got two. You've got two. One is better than the other. So you've got to play d5. Striking back in the center of the board. So h5 is no good, because, so after h5, it's no good for black, so black plays d5. And now, taking is fine, if you want to do that. It's the best move for white, taking. And then we get knight takes d5, knight takes d5, queen d5. And, better for white definitely. A reminder, all the moves are in the description down below, and game can play like this. You can see it's better for white, but it's not completely winning. It's about 0.6. But of course, none of this has to happen. Let's go all the way back here, because that's only one of the 3 lines. There's another line, bishop e2. And we've seen this. This is when white kind of wants to be passive. Black here, the main move is bishop to e7. Alternatively, a6, a waiting move that we see a lot, preventing, the knights jumping into b5. A perfectly reasonable waiting move. And then castles. If we go back though to our main variation, bishop e2, bishop to e7, short castles. And this is a game of chess. We play f4, and it's a Sicilian. It's still very fighting, but it's not opposite side castling. It's not kind of hurling the pawns. It's definitely not g4, h4. So as white, you've got this flexibility, and you might say, but then why would black play this opening? Because black's got the same flexibility. Like, you could engage in some shenanigans over here. As easily, you've still got your same attacking plans. It's still imbalanced. That's the whole point you play the Sicilian. Even if you get a quieter variation, it's still imbalanced because of the pawn structure. Remember, we've got all these pawns here. White commits these here. And then the fundamental imbalance of the d for the c pawn, which gives different attacking opportunities. Yes, so, all the way back here. Not g4. The third main move is bishop to e3. And it leads to very similar structures. E5 is not the move you should play. A6 now. Again, keeping everything from there. And you might say, but isn't black wasting time? Not really. Because white's got to be very committal, with all these pawn pushes to start an attack. You don't lose immediately in this kind of system. There's no, immediate loss. So white here can slow play it with f3, b5 now, taking space on the queen side, queen d2, knight bd7. And now here we go, g4. But h6, and you're kind of fine. You're kind of holding. So this is how the game can go. You can see very clearly what white wants. White always wants this in the Sicilian, and black wants this. Black wants this. It's a Sicilian defense with this, starting structure of d6. It's definitely, all these Sicilians have slightly different flavors, slightly different ways that you would go about playing them. It's not a dragon with a fianchettoed on here. It's not a Najdorf either. It's not a Sveshnikov. It's just the Scheveningen. You've got these pawns here, so you can put the bishop here. Again, you're probably looking for this to fianchetto your bishop this way. It's a Sicilian defense. There's no immediate losses. This isn't the most unique. It's not played probably as much as the other variations that we've covered. Dragon, very popular at lower level. Najdorf, top players always play it. It's their go-to for fun games. But the Sicilian is the Sicilian. So I hope you enjoyed this video. As I said earlier, we're just going to look at this again. This is completely winning for black. What's the best move here? We're just going to look at this again. The best move here we said was d5. Just got to remember this. You've always got to have counterplay. That's the thing, because you cannot allow white to trampede you. You've not got things going on the queen side, so you have to strike back in the center of the board. As, fundamental chess principles state, takes. And once you get here, white life goes on. Bishop to g2 probably, hits the queen. Queen e5, queen c4, queen a5, all viable options. I hope you enjoyed the video. There will be another one later this afternoon. Why have I shifted the board? Otherwise have a great weekend, and I will see you later this afternoon or tomorrow, or whenever you see me again. But I hope you have a wonderful weekend.